Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Top 5 Tuesday. I'm actually bringing back the series from long ago. It's been probably about 3 or 4 years since I filmed one of these. Just thought I'd bring it back. These are always one of my favorite things. As usual, my notes are right here. Again, as I do my top 5, if you disagree with any of the subjects or any things I talk about, just remember these are my opinions. I know I feel like a lot of you feel like I don't have to do that disclaimer, but it's just something that I feel like I have to do because, people are easily offended. So I am not here to offend you. I'm just here to give you my opinions and my personal experiences as I always do on my channel. So today's Top 5 Tuesday is going to be my health and wellness pet peeves. Again, this may be something some people may take offense to. Just remember, we're all different and live our lives all differently. These pet peeves are not to throw any shade at anyone. Your journey is your journey, and I respect that, and I hope you guys will respect that about mine. So these are 5 things that I personally am just so tired of hearing about and reading about in the health industry and just out there in social media, really in general. Number 1, toxic celebrity health trends. There are so many out there. I could list like a ton of them. I just know that I flip through my Instagram, or I just even like reading the news. I'm not on Facebook very often, but I do read the news every day. And I can't even tell you how many times it is in the news and even in health magazines. And I feel like there's so many of these quick fix diets that are championed by celebrities, which is so scary because I do feel like the younger generation are the ones that are more in danger than others when it comes to this. And it's just so scary that all the things that are out there that are promoted by celebrities. Which leads me to number 2, toxic Instagram pages. If an Instagram page is making you feel bad or making you feel like you're like failing at your journey because you're not doing the things that they're doing and they're just making you feel inadequate, you really should unfollow. And for me personally, for my journey, it's more about the pages that are showing a lot of their physique. I have no problem with people showing like their before and afters. I think that's great. I think those are very motivating for people, especially if you feel like that you are not getting anywhere on your journey. Sometimes you do need to take a look at your before and afters. Sometimes that really helps you to put a picture side by side, but I'm talking about just those really highly physical fitness people. And again, this is a personal preference. Like, I am never going to be that way. And that is my personal choice not to be that way. So I just prefer not to follow those people just because it does start to make me feel bad. And I start thinking, should I do that? Should I be? And then I think, you know what, at my age, at this point in my time, and I'm not using age as an excuse, I'm just saying at my age in this point in time, for me, it's more important to get healthy in my journey based on like my blood tests, and then yes, my weight, how I feel in my clothes, how I feel in general. That's what's important to me. I don't want to look like some of those that look. And that's just a personal preference. But in general, if you're scrolling through your Instagram feed and there's just certain people that are just not, that you're not relating to, then you should unfollow. And unfortunately, if that's my page, then unfollow me. I don't want to make you feel bad about your journey. I hope you don't unfollow me because I'm not telling people to unfollow me, but you know what I mean. Like, I hope I don't make anybody feel that way on your journey. I feel like I just try to be positive, but I also show my failures. I mean, that's another thing too. I like to show my failures because we all fail in certain aspects, and I like to be real and upfront about it. And if you feel like somebody's not being real on their page and it's making you feel bad, then just unfollow them. I don't think that's healthy for you to scroll through your page, and if you're making you feel bad about your journey, that is definitely not a healthy place to be. And I'm always talking about there's more about your wellness and health journey than just physical. It's also emotional, mental, is so much more about it, and you need to look at that when you're thinking about who you follow on social media. Number 3, cheat meals. Okay, don't get angry. You guys know I used to use this term all the time, so I totally get it. Totally get it. If this works for you, awesome, that's great. I have no issue with that at all. But for me, as I started looking at my unhealthy relationship with food, a couple things came to mind. And one of them was that I was saying I was having a cheat meal every week or whatever. Like, I labeled these indulgent meals as cheat meals. So that was causing me personally to have an unhealthy relationship with food. But since I changed my mindset around my health journey, and labeling a meal as a cheat meal for me just makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not. I am indulging myself, which is perfectly acceptable in anybody's journey. So for me, by changing that mindset, it really, really helped build this better relationship with food. Am I 100% great with my relationship with food? No, not at all. But it did really help me build a healthier relationship with food that I am continually trying to build on. Which leads me into number 4, and that is labeling foods good or bad. Again, this is something that I really truly believe led to my unhealthy relationship with food. Labeling foods bad make them forbidden, which makes me want them more, and probably a lot of other people too. So saying that this is naughty, and then I feel naughty eating it, and then it also makes me feel like I failed. So if I ate this food that I had labeled as bad and naughty and forbidden, and I ate it, that meant that I failed, and then the guilt kicks in and the shame kicks in, and guilt is not healthy for our journey. That's not healthy for anybody's journey. Are there better choices? Yes, of course there's better choices out there. But instead of saying a food is bad or a food is good, I'm looking at what I am trying to achieve in my journey. I want to eat more healthier fats. Okay, so then I look at what foods have healthy fats versus unhealthier fats. So I chose like avocados, those have healthy fats. Eggs have healthy fats. So for me, I'm choosing those foods because my goal is to have healthier fats in my journey. If I'm looking for things that are high protein but lower calorie, because for my journey, I'm looking at foods that are high in protein but lower in calorie. So what foods will help me to achieve that goal? That's how I look at it. I'm also look at what foods for what they are. So I'm labeling foods for what they are, not for whether they're bad or good. So this food is higher calorie, this food is lower calorie. What am I trying to achieve for that day or even for my journey? I want the lower calorie stuff at this point in my time. So I'm going to go for this. Or foods that are treats versus foods that I want to consume every day. So I like cake. I like cookies. I can eat those in moderation because I'm not labeling as bad. I'm saying if I want to have a cookie this day, you know what? I'm going to have a cookie. It's somebody's birthday, I want a piece of cake. There's me some days that I just don't feel like having a piece of cake, so I don't have it. But if I have it, that's okay. It's a treat food. It's not something I'm going to have every single day because it doesn't help me achieve my goals. But I'm not labeling it as I'm not labeling it as bad. I am just saying it is a treat, so I'm only going to consume it in moderation. But these other foods I'm going to consume on a daily basis because they are going to help me achieve my goals. Just remember, you guys, you are in charge of your choices. It is so important to empower yourself during your journey. So you are in control of your choices. And the last thing, which I feel like a lot of these really tie in with each other. So number 5 is the food label police. I know many of you are going to understand this because many of you will fight for me in the comments whenever I get comments from food label police. I am constantly seeing people put down or criticize people on Instagram and on YouTube. Not only myself, but I see it happening all over the place for eating products that have certain ingredients. Just remember, you do you. It is nobody's business what you put in your body. It is your business. There is nothing wrong with reading labels, you guys. I read labels, you know that. And then maybe there are certain ingredients that I do try to not consume on a regular basis, but I also, if it works for me in my journey and it's helping me achieve my goals, then I'm going to eat it. And I'm sorry if that offends people, but I don't also go around saying I eat super clean. And don't get me started on the clean food. That could be another one as well. Everything being labeled clean, clean, clean. One person's clean food compared to another person's clean food, what even is that? That could be a number 6, but we're doing top 5. So it's just, if I'm not saying I'm eating totally clean, I'm totally eliminating this ingredient and this ingredient. I don't ever say that. I do try to eat the best things that I can, and also for me, it has to be around budget, and it really does. So I do try to eat things that help me achieve my goals, and if they don't have the best ingredients, I'll try to do better next time. And there's certain things that I look for and certain things I don't, but I don't need people in the comment section totally policing everything I eat. And I feel like it happens all over the place. And it just, again, makes you feel bad about your choices and makes you feel like you're failing and that you are inadequate as a person. And that is wrong. Nobody should make you feel bad about yourself. So there you go, guys. There are my top 5 health and wellness pet peeves. I want to hear your health and wellness pet peeves in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's be nice to each other about it, though. Even if you disagree with mine, let me know. I'm curious if you disagree with mine and why do you disagree. But let's do it in a kind way, because you guys, we're going to have only kindness in the comments and only positivity, and only, we're supporting and motivating each other. So keep it nice down there. But I do want to hear your health and wellness pet peeves. This was kind of a fun one to do and come up with, and I could have done many more, but those are definitely my top 5. If you have any top 5 Tuesday topics you'd like me to address, then leave them down there in the comment section. I have some fun ones. They aren't all going to be around health and wellness. I have like TV shows and movies and books and things like that, YouTube channels, Instagram. I have all kinds of things that are coming your way. But if there's a certain topic you'd like me to address, leave it down there in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.